Have you ever felt a quiet shift in the way your children speak to you? A tone that feels colder, a lack of patience, or moments where your words no longer seem to carry the same weight? For many parents, especially later in life, this can be one of the most painful experiences. You gave your time, your energy, your love, and yet something has changed. And the question that often lingers is this: what did I do wrong? But here is something important to understand. In many cases, it is not about something you did wrong. It is about how relationships evolve over time and how we respond to those changes. Today, we will explore a calm, thoughtful, and powerful approach to what you can do when your children begin to show less respect. Not through anger, not through control, but with wisdom, clarity, and quiet strength. Let's begin with the first step. The first thing to understand is this: do not react immediately with anger. When we feel disrespected, the natural reaction is to defend ourselves, to raise our voice, to remind them of everything we've done. But strong emotional reactions often create distance instead of understanding. A father named Richard once shared how he reacted when his son spoke to him in a dismissive tone. He raised his voice, trying to correct the behavior. But instead of improving the situation, it led to more arguments and silence between them. Later, Richard chose a different approach. He paused. He allowed himself to calm down before responding. And that small change created space for a more meaningful conversation. Sometimes, strength is shown in how quickly we react, but in how calmly we choose to respond. The second step is set clear but gentle boundaries. Respect is not something we demand loudly. It is something we define clearly. If a child speaks in a way that feels hurtful, it is okay to say, "I'm happy to talk, but not in that tone." A mother named Linda found herself being interrupted often by her daughter during conversations. At first, she stayed silent, but over time, the frustration grew. One day, she calmly said, "I value our conversations, but I feel hurt when I'm not heard." That simple, honest statement changed the dynamic. Boundaries are not walls, they are guidelines for how we want to be treated. The third step is listen before you correct. Sometimes what appears as disrespect may actually come from stress, frustration, or misunderstanding. Adult children face pressures we may not always see: work, relationships, financial concerns, and personal struggles can affect how they communicate. A man named George noticed his daughter becoming distant and short in her responses. At first, he felt hurt, but instead of confronting her immediately, he asked a simple question: "Is everything okay?" That question opened the door to a deeper conversation. She shared that she had been overwhelmed at work and didn't realize how her tone had changed. Sometimes respect grows when we create space to understand each other. The fourth step is stop over-explaining and over-giving. Many parents continue to give advice, support, and help long after their children are adults. But when giving becomes constant, it can sometimes reduce the sense of balance in the relationship. A 70-year-old woman named Helen often offered advice to her son about his career and personal life. She believed she was helping, but over time, her son began to withdraw. When she stepped back and allowed him to make his own decisions, something shifted. He began to come to her for advice instead of avoiding it. Respect often grows when we allow others the space to stand on their own. When you look at all these steps together, a deeper message begins to appear. Respect is not forced, it is cultivated through calm responses, clear boundaries, understanding, and self-respect.
Relationships with children change over time, but change does not have to mean loss. It can also be an opportunity to create a new kind of connection, one built on mutual respect and understanding. Now, we would love to hear from you. Have you ever felt a change in how your children speak to you? Which of these ideas resonated with you the most? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Your experience may help someone else who's going through the same situation. And if you found this video helpful, please like, subscribe, and share it with someone who may need this message. Thank you for watching, and we look forward to seeing you in the next video.